You may be deep conditioning your hair regularly and yet your hair is still breaking. This might actually be due to protein overload, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys the signs of protein overload and how to identify them. Hi my loves, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. Here in this channel we talk about relaxed hair care, hair growth tips, protective styling and anything hair related. So if you know you're interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing to join the family. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys the signs of protein overload. So this is how you are going to identify if your hair is struggling from protein overload, and without further ado, let's just get started. So you may have noticed that no matter how you deep condition your hair, no matter the products you use, no matter the leave-in conditioner you use, like no matter what you do, no matter how regular you are with your routine, with your products and all of that, your hair still keeps breaking, and this might actually be due to protein overload. So if your hair has the signs I'm going to mention in this video, it means that your hair has protein overload and you have to fix it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about is your hair feels stiff. This is one of the signs you see when your hair has protein overload. Like no matter what you do, it just refuses to be flowy, it just refuses to feel moisturized, it just remains stiff. So when your hair is in this state, it most likely has protein overload. The second sign of protein overload you should look out for is if your hair breaks easily. There are so many causes of breakage, but with the breakage from protein overload, your hair does not stretch before it breaks. So whenever you manipulate your hair, whether with a gentle touch or whether you are combing, your hair just keeps breaking. Like it does not even need excessive manipulation before it breaks. It does not need a strong trigger before it breaks. You just find out that your hair breaks so easily, more than usual. So simple things that usually would not result in breakage are now breaking your hair. When this happens, it may mean that your hair has protein overload. And like I said earlier, in the breakage that happens with protein overload, your hair does not stretch before it breaks, which is going to take me to the next sign, which is lack of elasticity. So the elasticity of your hair is the ability of your hair to stretch to a certain point before going back to its original state. But when your hair has protein overload, this elasticity is lost. Like your hair doesn't stretch at all. Our normal hair strands are supposed to be elastic. Like if you take a hair strand from your scalp and attempt to stretch it, you would notice that it has the ability to stretch to a certain point and then return to its original state. But when your hair is suffering from protein overload, this is not there. Instead of your hair to stretch, what will happen is your hair snaps or break when you attempt to stretch it. So this is a very simple sign for you to tell if your hair is suffering from protein overload. All you have to do is take a strand of your hair and attempt to stretch it. If your hair stretches to a particular point and then bounces back to its original state, the elasticity of your hair is normal. But if while you're attempting to stretch it, it snaps, this means that your hair elasticity is lost and you may be suffering from protein overload. So moving on, the next way you can identify if you have protein overload is if your hair is always dry. Like no matter what you do, no matter the products you apply, no matter how often you deep condition, how often you moisturize your hair is still dry. This is one of the most important signs of protein overload, because protein does not really have the ability to moisturize your hair. This is where moisturizing products come in. But when your hair is suffering from protein overload, it means that your hair have more of protein compared to moisture. So this means that no matter what you use, no matter how often you deep condition, the products you use, your hair will stay dry as long as there is protein overload. So if your hair is always dry no matter what you do, start checking, because your hair may be suffering from protein overload. The next sign your hair is going to give you if it has protein overload is tangles. Now when your hair is dry, it is more likely to become tangled compared to when it is very moisturized, like when you can easily detangle and all of that. But when your hair is dry, it is more difficult for you to detangle, and it is more easy for your hair to form knots and tangles. So if your hair is always dry and always forming knots and tangles, this is a sign that your hair may have protein overload. Moving on, the next thing you should look out for if you are trying to identify whether your hair has protein overload is frizz. This usually happens from lack of moisture and when there is too much protein in your hair. So if you can see that your hair has always been frizzy, always rough, it is not easy to tame it no matter what you do, then this may be a sign that your hair has protein overload. So sis, if you notice that your hair is always frizzy no matter what you do, then you should check for the other signs of protein overload as well, and if they are present, then sis, it means that you have protein overload and it is time for you to fix that. Okay, moving on, the next sign that you may have protein overload is if you get an increase in breakage after every protein treatment. So if you notice that after every protein treatment it seems like your hair breakage just increases, this is a sign of protein overload. And sometimes protein treatments or protein deep conditioners may not accurately be written on the products we use. There are some products that are not protein deep conditioners but still have protein ingredients, so you have to watch out for those as well. Any products that have something like strengthens your hair, reconstructs your hair, prevents breakage and all of that tends to have protein ingredients. And apart from this, you can also check the labels of your products. If you are saying things like soy protein, wheat protein, collagen, keratin and all of that, these are things that contribute to the protein and strength of your hair. So the term protein treatment or protein deep conditioner must not be boldly written on a product for it to be able to do those things. So if you are confused about the products you are using and it doesn't state whether it's a protein treatment or not, or deep conditioner or not, what you can do is these things I've mentioned by reading the label and taking note of what it does, and by also reading the ingredients. So if you notice that after using this type of products your hair breakage increases, then this is a very strong sign that you have protein overload. So yeah guys, those are some of the signs of protein overload I have for you. So this is how you can easily identify if you have protein overload. Okay, so if your hair feels stiff, if it breaks easily, if there is lack of elasticity, if it's always dry no matter what you do, if you get tangles easily, if it's always frizzy, and if you notice that after every protein treatment you get more breakage, yeah, these are telltale signs that your hair may be suffering from protein overload. And I would like to know, have you guys ever experienced protein overload before, either now or in the past? Let me know in the comment section down below. So yeah guys, these are the ways you can identify if you have protein overload. Now next week I'm going to share with you guys in another video how to fix protein overload. So yeah, if after watching today's video you know that yes, your hair actually has protein overload, then watch out for next week's video. It should be up next week Wednesday, so watch out for that video, because in there I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to fix protein overload step by step. So if you are not subscribed, make sure to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so that you won't miss out on that video. Okay, so yeah guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new here and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe to join the fam, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so yeah guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.